In the beginning, there was nothing. For a while. A good while. We're not sure for how long, but it was a while. And when I say nothing, I mean nothing. And when I say the beginning, there was no beginning. Because how can nothing have a beginning? Until one day, when it was least expected. And it wasn't expected because there was no one there to expect it. There was a bang. A big bang. A really big bang. Bigger than any big bang that has ever been and will ever be. And if there ever is a bang as big as the big bang, we will be in a lot of trouble. Suddenly, there was something. Something out of nothing. But what, you may ask? Well, as a result of the Big Bang, we had the universe, comprising of billions and billions of stars and galaxies and planetary systems for as far as the eye could see. In one such galaxy, the Milky Way galaxy, is your solar system. I mean the one that you come from. In that, 8 planets orbit the sun at different speeds and distances. The furthest out of those, Neptune, will take up the story. Cue Neptune.
Oh, hello. Allow me to introduce myself. I am the planet Neptune. Anyway, I'm just floating, or should I say travelling, through space at a speed of air. The last estimate was 12,146 miles per hour. However, orbital speed is determined by the mass of the object you're orbiting and the distance from it. So, that'd be the sun, of course. The sun is around 99.86% of the mass in this solar system. Basically, I'm the furthest planet out, so I travel at the slowest speed. I'm the 8th planet in a series of 8, so a long way out, basically. It takes me around 163 years to go all the way around, so, you know, quite a while. And my orbital path is...
All right.
I'm good, yeah.
What you been up to, Mucker?
Oh, you know, nothing much, just orbiting the sun. You?
By a strange coincidence, I've been orbiting the sun too.
Yeah, funny that. Here we both are, orbiting the sun.
Yeah, like we don't have better things to do. Mind you, the way you were describing it made it sound like you were making a documentary or something.
Oh, really?
Yeah, just then. You were going on in your John Hurt voice about orbital speeds and the mass of the sun and whatnot.
Oh, yeah, I was ruminating about life here in the depth of space in this, our solar system.
Right. Do you really think anyone's going to be interested in that?
It is interesting, actually. People are fascinated by the solar system.
Well, they won't be if you keep going on in that coma-inducing monotonal way. I mean, come on, spice it up a bit.
I'm presenting it factually. I'm not a tabloid journalist or game show host.
No, but the facts alone might not do. I mean, where's the drama? Where's the conflict? You see, if it were me, I'd have sex, drugs, and rock and roll.
And space.
Well, all I'm saying is, if you don't make some attempt to beef it up, you're left with a tedious reality. It's actually pretty boring out in space. Just endlessly going round and round, taking years to do the full loop and back again. It's a bit like watching Lost.
I should explain this is Uranus, named after the Greek god of the sky.
Well, thanks for pronouncing it correctly. I'm sick of the obvious cheap jibes of the giggling schoolboy of the other way of pronouncing it.
You mean Uranus?
I really don't think you needed to spell that out.
Uranus is kind of like a brother to me, in that we are the furthest planets out and share similar traits. Both of us are referred to as ice giants. It takes Uranus 83.75 years to orbit the sun.
Where are you getting this information?
At a speed of around 15,233 miles per hour.
Is that all? I could do with getting a wiggle on.
Of course, the closer planets to the Sun, like Mercury, travel much faster. It is estimated that Mercury travels at 107,082 miles per hour.
Hey, what you get done for speeding? Meow.
You're not funny. And takes less than 90 days to orbit the Sun.
Thank you, Carl Sagan.
I thought a piece about the 8 planets of the solar system had...
Hold the phone. How many planets?
Oh, I just scraped something off the bottom of my shoe. Pluto!
Yeah, I know you all like to ignore me and pretend I don't exist, but the fact remains, I'm the 9th planet. Always was, always will be. There are 9 planets in this system, and I'm one of them. I might be the furthest out, and maybe a teeny bit smaller, but so what?
Did you know it takes Pluto 247 years to orbit the Sun?
Don't encourage him. Mate, you're not a planet. You were downgraded years ago. Get over it. There are all sorts of bits of rock flying around the sun, but we don't call them planets.
I'm sorry, Pluto, but you were declassified in 2006. There are 8 planets and several dwarf planets, of which you were one.
Do not call me a dwarf!
Mate, I've got moons bigger than you.
Well, that's not strictly true. But there are 8 moons bigger than Pluto in this solar system.
There you are.
But not one of yours.
Yeah, all right. Doesn't change my point, though. He's not a planet. End of story.
I'm still one of you. I used to be. Now you've all turned your backs on me. Even Jupiter.
We don't make the rules.
Yeah, don't take it personally.
Size doesn't matter.
Can I just interject?
Saturn, looking absolutely stunning, as always. I swear, one of my volcanoes just went off.
This is Saturn, named after the god of harvest, and made mostly of hydrogen and helium, and thus lighter than water.
Fancy that, which I do.
Yes, but did you tell them about my rings? My beautiful rings.
I was coming to that.
We were just trying to shake off, what's his name?
Pluto.
Who?
Oh, very good. Witty, as well as breathtakingly beautiful.
I know.
Dwarf! I don't have to take this oppression, you know.
Well, bugger off then.
I will for now. But you've not heard the last of this.
Oh, did you feel a twinge of fear when he said that?
Saturn is known for a well-known rings, of course, and for having the most satellites, 82 known moons.
What do you mean, known?
Gosh, that's a lot of responsibility. I've lost count of mine.
27.
I think he's been on Wikipedia.
Of course, Saturn, along with Jupiter, is one of the solar system's massive gas giants.
Diamonds. Tell them about the diamonds.
Diamonds?
It rains diamonds.
You're shitting me.
Certainly not. I'm literally rained on by diamonds.
You get more delicious with every passing moment.
You're quite the charmer, Uranus.
Oh, you're so foxy. I'll forgive you for pronouncing it wrong.
What are you massive bunch of a-holes on about?
This is Mars, named after the god of war.
Yeah? So what? You got a problem with that?
Mars is a significantly smaller planet and is much closer to the Sun, 141 million miles.
Is that your idea of close? Remind me not to send you out for hot food.
Well, at least I'm a proper planet. Not a lot of air and gas and bastard ice. You don't even have any distinguishing features or a solid surface. How can you be a planet when you don't have a surface? It's no wonder Doctor Who never had an adventure on any of you. You ice planets have no personality. Uranus looks like a bleeding snooker ball.
Listen, It's pronounced Uranus.
No one says it like that. Wake up.
It takes Mars 687 days to orbit the Sun. The temperature on Mars is around 87.
Will you stop talking about me like I'm not here?
Saturn drifted off. I can still smell her perfume.
That'll be the hydrogen.
Who cares what it is? She's a goddess.
You got it bad. You need to cool off. Shouldn't be that difficult considering how far out you are.
Yes, approximately 2,871 billion kilometres from our star.
Don't tell me you wouldn't.
Wouldn't what?
You know, Saturn.
Nah, not my type.
Not your type. Give me a break. Saturn is any hot-blooded male planet's type. By far the most gorgeous planet in this or any solar system.
Too gassy. Nothing to get hold of.
How are all my little brothers and sisters? Big love to you all.
By Jupiter, look who it is.
I heard what you said about Saturn. It's those rings, isn't it? You boys are all the same when it comes to those rings.
Jupiter, another of the gas giants and by far the biggest planet in our solar system. Also the oldest planet in the solar system at 4,503 billion years.
You don't look a day over 4,100 billion years, I'd say.
Huh?
Jupiter has 67 moons, including the biggest in our solar system, Ganymede, the only moon known to have its own internally generated magnetic field.
I have some photos of my moons. Do you want to see them? Europa and Io. They were taken by Voyager too, but I got copies. I can't wait to show you.
No thanks. All moons look the bleeding same.
I beg your pardon.
Moons spare us.
No need to be rude about my lovely moons.
Just telling it like it is. Once you've seen one moon, you've seen them all.
Sky, Father, something like that. Thunder, lightning.
The way you love me is frightening. Hey, I thought all that thunder business was Thor. Isn't he a Norse god?
The guy from the Avengers.
The way they framed artistically by me big red spot. It's like me beauty spot.
Is she still going on about those bleeding photos?
Jupiter's red spot is in fact a persistent high-pressure region in the atmosphere. In effect, a massive storm, measuring twice the size of the Earth and has existed for at least 400 years.
Oh, are you all right, love?
Yeah, just getting my breath back.
I was just saying about me photos.
Eh?
The moons, all 67 of them. We don't want to see them all, thanks very much.
My favourite one's of Phoebe.
What, is that the weird looking one?
You just said they all look the same.
Okay, so you've got one weird looking one.
How many satellites do you have?
Me? 2,200 at the last count.
She means natural satellites.
Oh, in that case, just the one.
Ah, bless. What's she called?
The moon.
You called your moon the moon?
That's not a name. She's got 67 and they've all got names, and you can't be arsed naming one.
I never got around to it.
Earth's moon was the only known moon at the time, and hence was never given a name other than simply the moon.
Why's Neptune talking in that funny voice?
He's been doing that Brian Cox stuff all day. You sound in a right state, me old China. I'd ask you to sit down, but that's not physically possible.
It's those bloody humans, I keep telling you. You want to kick them off. Passing round with natural resources. They'll be the death of you, mark my words.
Hey, I thought that meteorite took care of all those life forms.
That was ages ago. There's only a bunch there now. First-class wankers they are.
Mars is of course referring to the meteor that collided with the Earth 66 million years ago, that was responsible for the extinction of the dinosaurs.
66 million? Are you sure? Seems like it was only yesterday.
Well, if you're not interested in my photos, I'm off.
Don't make a kick some ass with your parasites.
I'm not sure what you mean.
Mars attacks. It can be arranged.
The Earth is the only known planet to sustain life. In fact, it holds 8.7 million species on land, sea or sky. The delicate balance of climate, atmosphere and its magnetic field protects life from solar radiation.
How come you got so many and we ain't got any?
I'm not sure. They just sort of appeared.
I can destroy them all. Just say the word.
And how are you going to do that?
I can smash into her. That'll put the cat amongst the pigeons. Smash!
Why are you always so aggressive, Mars?
A bit of gratuitous violence never hurt anyone.
Well, thanks. But no thanks. Orbital collision sounds a bit drastic.
Actually, there is a remote possibility that Mercury may, in around 5 billion years, be thrown from its orbit and cause possible collisions between Venus, Mars and the Earth. The chance of this, however, is very remote.
Someone mentioned my name.
This is Mercury. He has an orbital period of 88 days. He has no moons and is the closest planet to the Sun.
I drew the short straw there. It's effing roasting. It's no wonder I'm just a piece of rock. Passes the factor 3,500.
Mercury is mostly comprised of metal and rock.
Hey, I like a bit of metal and rock. Black Sabbath. Bam, 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 bam.
And is a very dense planet.
Dense? Are you implying I'm stupid? Listen, I can run rings around you. Hey, rings around Uranus. Get it?
Oh, hilarious.
Hey, tell me more about this escape in orbit business. Is that doable? I want out. It's too effing hot. I can't stand it.
Look, I'm not playing top trumps here, but you want to get a taste of life millions of miles away from the sun.
Actually, it's 2.8 billion miles from the Sun.
Yeah, whatever. That's even worse. 2.8 billion. And you think you've got it bad.
Want to swap?
What? Me be near the sun and you be out there?
Yeah, why not?
Can we do that?
I'm afraid no, you can't just change your orbit.
Why not?
I thought you said he could.
That's not exactly what I said.
Well, you said summer about him changing his orbit.
Look, just forget it. Forget that idea. I'm sorry I mentioned the orbit business now. It's a possible distant future event with far-reaching consequences, but it's very, very unlikely.
Hold the phone. If orbits can be changed, I want to change my orbit and get, further in. Then I can be a planet again. I mean, I got moons and everything.
I can't remember if I showed you my photos or not.
Oh, grief.
Look, there will be no, and I want to make this absolutely clear, no messing about with your orbits!
For Misto and Io, they fight like cat and dog. You might know Io. He's the one that's a nice yellow colour.
What, the one who looks like a pit bull's infected gonad?
Oh, I'm not staying here if you're going to insult my babies. You want to take a good hard look at yourself, Mars?
It's not fair. I want to change my orbit.
He's getting on my tits. Well, can't I just smash him?
Oh, bullying. I'm being oppressed.
Too right. I'm red, bad, dusty, mysterious, and loaded with charisma. I mean, they make films and songs about me. What was ever named after you? A bastard Disney dog. Now, piss off, Worf, before I throw one of my moves at you.
I do wish you'd shut up. You'll be giving me an inferiority complex.
Is it technically an inferiority complex when you're already inferior?
That was a bit harsh.
Yeah, well, the truth hurts. A planet that are branches a little bigger than him. If we let him be a planet, making other non-entities will want to be one.
Make? Bit of a stupid name.
Talk about popcorn the kettle black.
Nothing wrong with my name if you pronounce it correctly.
Uranus.
Don't you start.
I'm back. Did you miss me? I see that insignificant piece of granite Mercury has showed his cratered mug.
Why, Saturn, you big, big ball of gassy nothingness.
Oh, did the pebble say something? And as for you, Earth, looking a bit under the weather, I'd say. You should get that seen too.
I'm working on it.
Oh, Saturn. Perhaps it's the light, but you're looking extremely gorge right now. All those songs about Venus and the references in modern culture. But you are the true beauty in this universe.
Modesty aside, I have to agree. Venus is, how can I put it kindly?
Venus is the second planet in the solar system. Orbital period of 225 days. No moons. And with an iron rock core and a very heavy atmosphere. And she's not here?
Yes, where is the dear old thing?
Despite being further away from the Sun than Mercury, Venus is actually the hottest planet of the 8.
Rubbish!
Venus is named after the Roman goddess of love and beauty.
Misleading, I'd say.
So, where is Venus?
As she's my next door neighbour, I suppose I'd better go look for her.
Don't pander to her. She's trying to be enigmatic by not being here.
I'll come and help you find the old boiler, if only because it irritates Saturn.
So, this is some theatre in education thing, is it?
Not exactly.
Make sure I feature on the programme cover. Everyone loves my rings. They're universally known.
Saturn's rings consist of countless small particles of various sizes made of water, ice and rock, all rotating the planet.
Sounds like TIE to me, all these facts and figures.
So, Earth, how come all those life forms are messing with you? I mean, aren't they just shooting themselves in the foot?
I heard they think she's flat. I mean, really. She's round. I'm round. My rings are round. The moon's are round. The sun is round. Everything is round.
I don't think they all think that.
Yeah, it's basically round things, going around round things, going around other round things. Am I right?
Essentially, yes.
What's a wombat?
Excuse me?
I can't remember where I heard it from, but isn't that the dominant life form on your surface? They're claiming to be passive, but underneath it all, they are the ones running things.
Listen up, a-holes. Pluto's been trying to drum up some support from the asteroid belt.
The what?
The little shit's trying to get him to help him get reinstated as a planet.
Get who?
The asteroid, you knob! There's a couple of small planets in there. Pluto's trying to get him riled. He reckons if he gets some of them to go kamikaze and fly into the path of us, it might cause some serious shit.
The asteroid belt is situated between Mars and Jupiter. It is...
Shut it! Forget the science lesson. This is war.
How much damage can those asteroids do to us if they smash into us?
Like firing a pea shooter at a rhinoceros.
That's easy for you to say. As a gas giant.
Well, that would depend on the size of the asteroid and the size of the planet.
Well, the last time she got hit by one of the meteorites, she went totally doolally.
Hold the phone. I have a petition signed by Ceres, Vesta,
Who?
Make, and many smaller planets and asteroids in the asteroid belt. We demand equality. We demand the right to be called planets and have songs written about us and chocolate bars named after us.
Was that a dig at me? Listen, you little runt. You can tell your asteroid arsehole pals to get that idea right out of their heads if they think any Tom, Dick or Hydra or other bits of flying spaceships getting planet status.
He does have a way with words.
Well, I'm sorry you feel that way, but you leave me no choice but to unleash hell and shower asteroids into your little world of the 8 planets, cozy little clique you've got going here.
Oh, Pluto, are you still on your high horse about this 9-planet malarkey?
Yes, he's got a real bee in his bonnet about it.
Yeah, change the record.
9 planets. Listen, you can't keep a good planet down, and I'm here to stay. I'm back with the number 9 shirt on.
Oh, Pluto, you really are a feisty, stubborn little fellow, I must say. Now listen, I hope you're not going to do anything silly with your asteroid chums. You know as well as I do that I can use my huge gravitational pull to suck in any asteroid you plan to wreak havoc with and suck them vacuum-like into my big gassy bulk, with no harm coming to me or any of my siblings.
Jupiter is more than twice the size of all the other planets in the solar system put together.
Can she do that?
She does it all the time.
Curses!
Yeah, so get back out there in the blackness of space, you little has-been space zit not fit to wipe my red ass piece of...
Don't feel too bad, Pluto. To many people, you are and always will be one of the 9.
Yeah, but I want it in writing, and I want them to stop calling me a dwarf.
Hey, I found Venus, and she said Pluto's planning on attacking us, and
We know.
she said they're going to send them hemorrhoids to smash into us.
We know you're 2 steps behind, as usual.
And it's asteroids.
That's what I said.
Well, don't stress. Jupiter said he'd take one for the team.
Hang on. If she's made of gas and sucks one in, and it's just going to come out the other side.
Yeah, but you know what else Venus said?
Go on.
She said the sun is going to expand, and when she does, I'm going to get swallowed up, and she won't be far behind. You might cop for it as well, Earth.
Oh dear!
Listen, pal, you're next in the pecking order, so don't be too cocky.
Listen, no one swallows me up. I swallow them up and spit them out.
How can you spit them out if you've just swallowed them?
Neptune, you seem to know everything. Is it true?
Well, there is some truth in it, yeah.
I knew it. Oh, shit, we're heading for their slippery black hole to hell.
Before you start blowing a gasket, I have to tell you the sun should last for approximately another 5 billion years.
Is that a lot?
However, she will eventually run out of hydrogen and grow out of this stable phase.
What do you mean, stable phase? What's going to happen?
With no hydrogen left to fuse, the core gravitational forces will compress the core, allowing the sun to expand to massive proportions, enveloping the inner planets.
Inner planets. That's us. He means us.
It's not going to impact on my rings at all, is it?
I'm going to be all right, aren't I? I'm flipping billions of miles out.
Bring it on. I'm not asked. I'll just fly off somewhere else.
Mate, you're going to get caught in the crossfire.
Well, not if I do one first.
The sun will then become a red giant. For about 1 billion years she will...
Red giant? Don't like the sound of that.
Come on, you Reds!
Just give us the bottom line.
Well, we all have to go sometime.
Oh, shit.
Oh well, if it's not for another 5 billion years, no point dwelling on it.
Yeah, that's life, innit? I mean, one day you're here, the next, you're gone.
Well, you can adopt that defeatist attitude if you want, but I'm not going to stick around for the shit to hit the fan. Who needs a sun? I'll just find another one. Look up, there are a dime a dozen. There are more stars in the sky than grains of sand on the beach. Ain't that right, Nep?
What's a beach?
So, just what did happen to Venus?
She never actually showed up.
No great loss. Except we're talking about her. She'll like that. She's not here, but we're talking about her.
You know, one of the life forms on my surface once wrote a story called Waiting for Godot. That's a theatrical piece where they talk about the character and he doesn't actually turn up. I mean, if this is a theatrical piece, it might be fitting. You could call it Waiting for Venus.
Absolutely not. Don't put her name in the title or you can take me off the credits. Get her to turn up and then they can all see what a dullard she is. Come on, Venus. Show your face. Venus. Venus.
Venus!
Venus.
Venus!
Venus.
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 What do you want?
Where have you been?
Eh?
We want you to show what an amazing planet you are.
You what?
Do you not have your usual interesting facts about Venus?
I've already.
I have a few interesting facts about Venus. Oh, hang on. There aren't any.
Has anyone got any drugs or booze?
Right, happy now. Venus is here. Pluto's had his card marked. We've milked the Uranus joke. We can all go on rotating and rotating. The end.
What Uranus joke?
Why don't we end on a song?
We should all sing Let the Sun Shine from Hair.
Aquarius.
Eve of Destruction.
Diamonds are forever.
What about something from War of the Worlds?
Venus in furs?
I like that song about the locomotion.
But no, it needs to have a planetary theme.
Oh, I don't think I know any. What's that one about Major Tom and his tin can?
Never mind. Well, I hope you've enjoyed our little trip through the 8 planets of the solar system.
It's that little prick, Pluto. He decided to try the asteroid assault anyway. Take cover.
Don't let one hit me. I don't want another mass extinction on my conscience. One stray bullet.
It'd be doing you a favour. People are like a disease.
Ooh, ah, ooh, ah, ah, ooh, ow.
The humans might be a bit daft at times. Make terrible television shows and elect ridiculous people to lead them.
Stop it.
But at least they care about us and study us and write books and sing songs about us. But for them, we would just be orbiting the sun with no one any the wiser. What a sad, pointless existence that would be.
That's a big one.
Pluto wouldn't be the 9th planet because there wouldn't be anyone to call him that.
Did you hear that, Pluto? If one of your asteroids...
Yes, I heard.
So, are you going to call off the attack?
Well, I suppose you made a valid point there, Earth. Better to be a sort of 9th planet than no planet at all. I'll call off the assault.
Phew!
Chicken shit.
Well, that's nice. But I did have it covered.
Well, that's that little matter resolved. If everyone's happy, we can all carry on doing what we were doing and happily bobbing along, all 8 or 9 of us. And just remember, wherever you are and whatever you're doing, we'll always be here, going round and round.
Endlessly.
See you on the next clear night. Good night.
Good night.
Good night.
Good night.
Good night.
Good night.
Good night.
Good night.
Out.